Hey guys, it is currently April 3rd, 2020, middle of the coronavirus pandemic. I wish I was better at speaking. So today I am currently organizing my storage media and also watching, I wish I could do this better, I need more practice. Currently watching YouTube, there we go. And I also am gonna print off more photos for this photo wall so it's less blank. So I'm doing some organizational stuff today, so I thought I'd kind of document the process. Future Jung here, editor Jung. I had a clip that it said that I went and got my tripod from my car, but I didn't, but I have this clip to show you that I did, so let's cut to that. So I got my tripod. Just gonna turn on some lights here so you can see camera bag. The goal today is to kind of just rethink through what I kind of bring around with me every day once these stay-at-home orders kind of get lifted. So here, let me just switch cameras. I just got a new camera bag recently. It is called, I should probably zipper this up. All right, guys, I got this new camera bag. It is called the Brevity Jumper. I chose this lighter color over black because I had a black camera bag for the longest time. But the cool thing about this fits all my camera gear that I carry day to day, and it's a lot smaller than my other camera bag. Here, let me grab my other camera bag. Camera bag is a lot prettier and kind of smaller than this Case Logic camera bag that I used for the longest time. And this also doesn't scream camera bag. Like, this kind of shows that like I have a lot of gear inside of it, whereas this one's more like, okay, like this person goes to college or school, and it's kind of like a day pack. So the thing I like about this backpack is that it carries all my camera gear that I'll need for the day, and also has a nice open pocket for some of the things that I tend to bring around with me, like my Switch or just like my drone or stuff like that. So I thought I'd kind of take the time, especially since we're in quarantine, to sort through this and kind of just put the necessities that I'll need in it and kind of just like think through the organizational process. I guess the first thing we'll do is just lay out everything that I tend to carry around with me. Kind of laid out all the stuff that I tend to carry on a day-to-day basis. Some of the stuff like the Switch or this film camera will be interchanged with other things. Let's go ahead and pack my new bag. The cool thing about this bag is that it has a little camera compartment right here, and it also has this mesh divider pocket here, so I can fit some SSDs, some batteries in here. And then up here, up top, it has this little nice convenient pocket here that I can kind of just stuff whatever into. Back here, there's a laptop area. Over here is a tripod / water bottle holder. Here, this is my favorite feature of this bag, is this side access pocket, so I can access my camera body kind of quick without having to take off my backpack and put it down and just open it up. Let's go ahead and pack up some of my stuff here. Right now, I have this set up so I can fit a lens here, a lens here. Well, let me just re-Velcro this. A lens here, another lens here, and then my camera body. Let's go ahead and do that. So right now I'm using my main lens, the 24-70, to film this video. I'm just gonna pop on this lens just so it can kind of stay in place on this camera body. I'm just gonna put this in here. I'll put my 50 1.4 in here and my 85 1.8. Right in this pocket, what I'll usually put is either my Switch case, or in this case, I'll put the 70-200 in here. In this front pocket here, I'll put my SD card holder. I usually keep an assortment of SD cards and storage media on me, just in case like I either run out of storage or I just have like a project where it requires more than one SD card. Plus, I sometimes tend to forget that my SD card is plugged into my SD card reader and I leave home without one, so I just have a few backup SD cards in here. Stick this in here. Next thing to go in is probably going to be my camera battery charger. So I'll usually have these two in here just in case. And then this spare pocket I usually reserve for batteries. So I usually have a bunch. I have a few here. The rest of them are charging or in use, so I'll just keep those in there. And then I also have my trusty little dongle for my Dongle Book Pro, which I'll also kind of just stick in one of these pockets here. So that fits that. And then up top, I'll usually stick my hard drives or my storage media up here, like my spare storage media. In this case, I'll just put my brick. This is the Anker 60-watt power brick for the 13-inch MacBook Pro. And then I'll put this portable power bank up here just in case I need to charge my phone or anything like that. Lotion, just, you know, you never know when you need it. And then I'll have spare USB cables like micro USB, iPhone charge cable. My Moment anamorphic lens, I'll just stick in the zipper pocket up here. And in the zipper pocket, I forgot to pull it out earlier, I have field notebooks. So I have video ideas and like shot lists. And then I just have photo business. So anytime I come up with an idea for my business or anything like that, I'll stick it in here just so I can implement that at a later date. I also have a pen and a Sharpie in here and a pencil. I have some headphones back here. I will put my laptop. Compared to this guy, like I could hold maybe just as much, maybe even more in this bag because it's more efficient. And plus I didn't carry enough camera gear for all of these pockets to be filled necessarily. So that's why I ended up, oh, I have more batteries in here. That's why I ended up switching. So I'm a 5'5" man, I'm short, it's fine. But this camera bag, it's actually really comfortable. Like it looks pretty nice. Let me model it here. My quarantine outfit, which is a sweatshirt and sweatpants. It's really comfortable. I couldn't imagine myself kind of like wearing this all day out in the field, even though it's fully packed with a 70-200, a Nintendo Switch, Canon 6D, and a couple of lenses and a laptop and everything. And the stitching just, it feels really nice. If I go to grab my camera body, say I needed to shoot real quick, it's easily done over here. Then I could just, you know, do that, snap a few shots. So yeah, I can easily like whip out my camera, take a picture, put it away, put it back on, head to wherever I need to go. Anyways, let's move on. The next thing I kind of want to work on is filling up this photo wall. Right now I have a collection of photos of friends and family members, some of the landscape shots I've taken over the years, and some of the stuff from my 365 challenge. To do that, I need to do a couple of things. The first thing I need to do is figure out the last photo I took, which I think it's going to be this one, or the last photo I printed. So I think it's going to be this one. The second thing is I'm going to have to merge my Lightroom catalogs on my computers. Right now my issue is that I have a Lightroom catalog on my MacBook. I have one on an external hard drive, another one on a different external hard drive, and then one on my desktop. And then the other thing is I need to just print them. Let's kind of go over the process and then, you know, we'll stick them up. The whole thing is going to be a bit of a process, so I'm probably just going to set up a camera in the corner and then just do a nice little time lapse. What I'm doing is right now I basically reorganized my current Lightroom catalog on this computer, and on this computer here you can see everything is sorted by date here. So basically I just took all the drives, all the different storage medias that I have, and then I just put it onto one of them. So I can kind of just consolidate everything that's imported here. So since I've done it on this computer, I will do it on my laptop next. I really need to wipe down my laptop screen. Anyways, so on this local disk, this is all I have. So I have some photos from February, March here. So I'm just gonna basically wait for the 1 terabyte SSD to finish copying over, and then I'll delete the files. So I'm gonna eventually move it all into this little guy, so I can just plug it in across both desktops, so I can have a unified, like a unified Lightroom catalog. Only because my issue right now is that since I want to try and print all the photos that I have across the board, I'm missing a couple of them. I'm also missing a couple that are just shot on my phone, but I think I can just track those down easily enough and then just put them in my master folder. All right, so all the file transfer is done. All right, that's plugged in. So I recorded this whole section with me screen sharing and explaining the process of how to do it, but it was super long and kind of boring, so I'll just explain it in this voiceover. So you just want to create a new Lightroom catalog, and then under the file menu there's going to be a selection where you can hit import from previous Lightroom catalog, which you see here, and then you just press import, and it should import all your photos, the file locations, and all the metadata with the editing. So at this point I'm just going to take you along with me. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on this printer. And now theoretically it should be connected with Wi-Fi. So I should be able to just come over here and then print all of these photos that I've selected, because it's printing to the Canon selfie. So if I press print, I should have at least 17 more photos. So let's see if my printer is connected to the internet too. That'd be useful. Yep, it is. So after all that work, I just started printing out my photos. As you can see here, tons and tons and tons and tons of photos. Then I just needed to tear off the tabs. You can hear me listening to Bon Appetit in the background. Tear off some more tabs. More photos. And then here are all the photos that I printed out. I don't know how much I printed or how many I printed, but let's stick them on the wall. So this was the kind of painstaking process to stick all these photos on the wall. It took me about, I want to say about 30 minutes to completely do this. I covered about 90% of the wall. But here you can see some of my friends, my parents. You can see my friends Richard and Lauren. You can see myself. You can see my friends Joseph and Kayla. You can see some of the chemic shots. There's the picture of a bird I took. Just some landscapes and some shots of the building across the street. At this point, I'm trying to FaceTime my friends, but they didn't pick up. Then I put on some music, some jams. Funny thing is, when it's sped up, it kind of sounds like it's just playing the same notes over and over again, which it kind of is. It's all 4-chord music. Moving on to the landscapes. So I reserved most of the portraits and the human shots to be about eye level, just so it's like when you walk in, you can see them, your eye level. And then I also kind of sorted them from photos that I thought were most visually appealing in the middle, and then away. So I'm so excited with how this wall came out. As you can see, it has a ton of photos on it. And I'm basically done for now. There are some empty spots that I'll have to fill up eventually. I don't know if you can see them in frame, but those will come out throughout the rest of the year. Hope you guys liked this video. Subscribe if you want to see more, and if you want to follow me on social media, just check below down in the description and you'll see links to everything. And if you want to follow all these photos and see like most of these photos on Instagram, just go to jungs.365. It'll also be linked down below, and you get to see all the photos I have here and all the photos I take every day. See you next time, guys.